In order to understand consciousness, you must be able to identify the difference between who you truly are and your false self, or who you appear to be. Many times throughout life, the false self we often identify as our true selves, but when we are on this spiritual journey in this process of understanding and coming into self-realization, we realize that, in fact, that false self is in fact false. It isn't who we truly are. And those things can be your gender, your race, your heritage, your identity as a whole, your experiences, the things you've been through, even your morals and your belief systems. Now, though those things can resonate with who you truly are, which is your consciousness, those things are in fact not who you are. For example, your belief systems. It isn't the belief systems themselves that hold the power and bring forth the evidence of them being true. It is your belief in them that actually gives them the power to appear to be true. And now your belief in them stems from your consciousness, the core of who you are. And as we go further down this path of understanding consciousness, we'll get deeper into exactly what gives that power, what is the source of that power. But what I want you to understand here and now is that in order for you to connect with your consciousness, there are principles and practices that you must, play or put into your routine in order for you to separate truly what you are versus your false self or what you think you are. Now, simple practices like meditation, which is really the ability to bear witness or to observe the thoughts and the emotions and the things that you are experiencing. Now, understand your ability to observe is your consciousness. That part of you that is watching, that part of you that is witnessing the thoughts, the feelings, and all the other things that's going through your experiences, right? That you are seeing and you are witnessing from your perspective. That is consciousness. Now, the things that you are actually experiencing, those are just expressions of the ego, expressions of your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, and some of it is from your consciousness. Now, you have to be able to practice going through observing these things in order for you to identify which one is which. And the practice of meditation is the most popular way to do so. You can do so simply by contemplating and just being mindful about your thoughts and your emotions and your feelings, constantly doing check-ins with yourself, asking yourself, how do you feel? Where are these feelings coming from? Are these feelings based on truth? Or are they just simply feelings that you have programmed yourself to believe or be triggered to experience based on a particular thing, right? A particular anchor or something happening, a trigger, so to speak. Now, your job is to identify all those things and to place them in particular categories of understanding, okay, this isn't who I am. This is an experience I had. And yes, who I am got me through the experience, but the experience itself is not who I am. That is just a expression, an avatar, a character from the ego that has been cultivated or, created, right? But ultimately who you are is the thing that actually gets you through, right? And even leads you to that point in order for you to wake up, right? And when I say wake up, I mean wake up to your truth, wake up to the reality of who you are, wake up to this true self-realization. Okay. Now understand that for us it's all the same, exactly how we make that connection with consciousness. Now, and when I say it's all the same, I'm definitely generalizing. Everybody's path will be different. Everybody's experiences will be different, but ultimately the practice of meditation, mindfulness, contemplation are the tools that you would need in order for you to separate what is truly who you are versus your false self. Now, as we get into understanding the connection between your true self, your consciousness, and the consciousness of the universe, you must recognize that there is a duality that's happening here. There is almost a very contradictive viewpoint or existence that is happening. Like two opposite things are happening simultaneously. You are separate, but you are one. And I'm talking about your consciousness compared to the universal consciousness, which is the intellect that is governing and has created and is ultimately monitoring and managing this grand universe, right? Versus your own individual universe. Okay, so understand that there is a difference between the universe that we share, right? You and I share a particular universe, a particular framework of existence. Then within that universe that we share, you are creating your own universe at the same time. So you are unique, you are separate, but you are the same with me. You are connected with me. You are one with me in all that is. And so it is through consciousness that we have that ability to simultaneously be separate, but one at the same time. Your consciousness, though, and this is what I really want people to focus on, is not focusing on the shared reality, at least not right now. Focus first on your individual reality, because it is that individual reality is the truest reality that you cannot escape. Your reality and how you see, create, and experience the world or your universe is something that you cannot step out of. You cannot step away from. And so it is more important for you to focus on that reality and creating the reality that you desire, first understanding that you are creating this reality. And then you can, once you have mastered an understanding of that, then you can go outside of that and focus on this shared reality. But the truth of the matter is, when you focus on your unique and your own individual reality, that does, in fact, influence, change, inspire, motivate, manipulate, whatever word you want to use, the collective reality that we all share. So, but recognize that consciousness, the reason why this happens or this is because grand consciousness, what I call grand consciousness, which is ultimately universal consciousness, some people often call it God, that thing has created an individualized expression called you. So you are in fact one with that. You are the same as that. You are from that, but you are still an individual. You are still unique, special. He has the ability to decide and feel and experience and do whatever it is that you desire. You see, it is almost like thinking about the artist, right? If we think about grand consciousness or collective consciousness or universal consciousness, aka God, as the artist, once that artist has created this amazing piece of art, right, which so happens to be able to also create art, that is you. You are the art that this artist has created. And because you are the same, or you come from that essence, you also are a creator yourself. And thus you can create art, right? You can create other human beings. You can create your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, your desires. So recognize that you are a creator created by the Creator. And your job is to align yourself with the things that resonate with who you are. Resonate with your consciousness, because all of us are created from this universal consciousness to experience a particular thing. Your job now is to figure out what that thing is. And it is pretty simple. Once you understand the difference between your false self and your true self, by listening to your true self, you are then taking on the path consciously to pay attention and receive the insight, the information, the wisdom, right? The understanding as to what it is you want to do and what and how you are to do it. And that's simply the journey of understanding consciousness and understanding your connection between your individual consciousness and the consciousness of the universe. So as you move through life, recognizing this connection, recognize that you are not here to lose, you are here to win. Your mission is to coming into an understanding that you are one with that divine consciousness, with that universal consciousness. And by simply trusting and having faith in that, you can move forward, understanding that your objective here isn't to lose, but in fact to win by following your consciousness and thus creating the life that you desire based on understanding what it is that you truly desire versus what you think you desire because you are being led to live out this false self. You have to put that aside and get into your truest essence. When you get into that, ultimately, you are on this mindful, conscious spiritual journey to essentially create the life that you desire. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my daily newsletter, and also get access to this free ebook, The Power Within. When you do so, you will also be invited to join my Conscious Creator Circle, which is a subscription-based membership, which will give you more access to this information and this insight to help you truly understand who you are, but also create the life that you want and live a life full of fulfillment, joy, and happiness. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.